Van Halen, on top of the world. Their famous No Brown M&Ms contract clause wasn't a diva move, it was a clever test. If they found brown ones, they knew the promoter hadn't read the contract, and they double-checked the stage for safety. A backstage summit of guitar slingers. In 1984, these three masters were at a crossroads. Dickie Betts was on hiatus from the Allman Brothers, Johnny Winter was having a major career revival, and Brian Setzer was leading the rockabilly revolution. Led Zeppelin in Leeds, 1970, on the night of a legendary show. But the real story here is John Bonham's Snoopy sweater, a gift from his son Jason. A quiet glimpse of the family man behind the mythic, thunderous drummer. Stevie Nicks, 1977. The year rumors made them the biggest band in the world. The crystal ball on that famous album cover wasn't hers, it was a studio prop. But that one photo accidentally created her entire mystical white witch persona. Three kings at the 1988 Hall of Fame. That's Bob Dylan watching as Bruce Springsteen inducts him. Springsteen famously said, "Bob freed your mind the way Elvis freed your body." A powerful tribute from one generation's voice to another. Eric Clapton, 1969. Cream's done. Now what? He's outside Olympic Studios, between chapters. Doesn't know yet that Blind Faith, Derek and the Dominoes, and Layla are all ahead. Right now, he's just a guy with a guitar, figuring out his next move. Tom Petty in 76, the year it all began. But this wasn't his first shot. He came to LA with his band Mudcrutch, who quickly broke up. From the ashes of that failure, Petty formed the Heartbreakers and became a legend. When Titans Collide, February 1964. The Beatles didn't want to meet the young Cassius Clay, and he called them sissies. But the reluctant photo op between the Fab Four and the future champ became one of the most iconic images of the decade. R.E.M. on the road in 1985. The tour for Fables of the Reconstruction came after a dark, difficult recording session. But on stage, they channeled that tension into an energy that cemented their status as the kings of college rock. The Doors at the Whiskey A Go-Go in 1967, just before Light My Fire hit. This clean-cut look was a short-lived attempt at respectability. Their dark, poetic music and Morrison's wild stage act would soon reveal their true rebellious nature. The Prince of Darkness at home, mid-80s. Behind the stage persona, the biting, the screaming, the headlines, was a dad. This is Ozzy with his daughter Amy. A quiet moment. The man behind the myth, just being a father. Brian Jones at Olympic Studios, 1967, during the Satanic Majesties sessions. Though his role in the Stones was diminishing, his genius for texture was not. He played a dozen different instruments on the album: sitar, mellotron, dulcimer, providing its psychedelic color and proving why Mick and Keith had recruited him in the first place. Jeff Beck, 1968. Truth just came out. Him and Rod Stewart, before Rod went solo. Some people call it the first heavy metal album. Whether that's true or not, listen to it. The blueprint for everything heavy starts right here. Bron-yr-Aur, Wales, 1970. No electricity, no phones, just a cottage in the middle of nowhere. Page and Plant came here to get away from everything. What they wrote became Led Zeppelin III. Acoustic, folky, nothing like what anyone expected. Fans were confused. The band didn't care. A legendary meeting of outlaws. Keith Richards, James Brown, and John Belushi backstage in 1980. Belushi, a massive fan of both, was there filming a TV segment, a comedy icon caught between the godfather of soul and rock's ultimate survivor. AC/DC, 1980. First tour with Brian Johnson, and listen to that crowd. They came to see if AC/DC could survive. Back in Black gave them the answer. Louder than ever, Angus in the spotlight, the whole room on their feet. The comeback nobody doubted for long. The classic Floyd lineup. Their greatest moments were often happy accidents. The famous whale-like sound in their masterpiece Echoes was discovered when David Gilmour accidentally plugged his wah-wah pedal into his amp backwards in the studio. Jimmy for Rolling Stone, 1968. No guitar, no flames, no stage, just him. People forget how quiet he was off stage, shy, thoughtful, almost gentle. This photo caught something the concerts never showed: the man behind the noise. A teenage Phil Collins in 1965. He was a working child actor who even appeared as an extra in A Hard Day's Night. But his real passion was drumming, a skill that would soon lead him to answer an ad for a little band called Genesis. Gilmour and Wright in the studio. The synthesizer Rick is playing, a VCS-3, was the secret weapon for their spacey sound. It created the bubbling, unforgettable intro for On the Run from the Dark Side of the Moon a year later. The Voice of a God, 1973. Robert Plant's signature high-flying wail wasn't just theatrics. It was a weapon of survival. He had to develop that powerful, soaring style just to be heard over the sheer thunder of Page's guitar and Bonham's drums. The Singer and the Secret Weapon. Backstage in '73, Robert Plant with John Paul Jones. Jones was the quiet genius, the master arranger behind many of Zeppelin's most complex songs. Without him, there would be no Stairway to Heaven. Celebrating their masterpiece, Who's Next? But the album was born from failure. It was salvaged from the wreckage of Pete Townshend's abandoned rock opera, Lifehouse, a project so ambitious and complex, it nearly gave him a nervous breakdown.